doing, Nicole?
None of your business.
I want my sex tonight.
More biggie.
You're a user, Muhammad.
I did the BJ, no for real.
Bitch ass, slut ass whore.
You don't like it?
Why are you wasting money going to Grenada?
Who is the dance queen? We'll die.
Good night.
And welcome everybody to another episode of 90 Day Fiancé. I won my podcast. My name is Miguel.
And I'm Jenna.
And we are making lots of eye contact.
Yeah. We have a new setup in our storage facility recording suite.
Yes.
And it's intense. I can actually see you. We're not side by side anymore.
I don't have to worry about the audio being cut out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about looking at my notes. I don't have to worry about the recorder. I don't have to worry about anything.
Wow.
I can just sit back and talk.
Yeah, we had a real upgrade recently.
This is, you're right. This is a real upgrade.
It's
this is a good upgrade, and I'm super excited.
Yeah. So we got a new piece of equipment.
We sure did.
From the generous resources that our Patreons and sponsors share with us. So we want to give a huge shout out to everyone who took part in that. We really, really appreciate it. I think Miguel has extra gray hairs from all of the dips and cutouts that our old Zoom recorder used to do.
For everything.
Yeah, and now you don't have to worry about that.
Editing is going to be so much easier.
Yay.
I don't have to wait an hour to do anything.
Oh
I can just do it quickly and then put them out.
Oh,
so this is going to help. This is definitely going to help.
It's going to make everyone so much happier. Me, you, listeners, everyone.
Everybody, every single one of our friends is going to be very happy with the new equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have a really great episode today, so I'm very excited to go over it. But before we go into that, please just want to remind everybody to follow us at 90DF_ I Won My Podcast on Instagram. On Facebook, you can just type in I Won My Podcast. You should be fine. You'll find our page. And please consider joining Patreon because that is where we put out all of our episodes earlier, a lot earlier. I mean, not right now, but in the future. Now that everything is, now that everything is settled, now.
Yeah, now that Miguel's back.
Yeah, now that I'm back. Yeah, because I was gone too, so that did not help.
Yeah.
But that's where we'll be putting everything out. And I know there's a new season of What Now, so we might end up covering that depending on how much time we have. I know there's some people that want us to cover 1,000-Pound Sister or something like that, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing show. We watched it just for the hell of it.
The sisters are fun.
And they're really funny. Yeah, we really fell in love with them. But other than that, yeah, so consider joining Patreon. There's 3 tiers, so join whichever you feel most comfortable with and support the podcast.
Please do.
Because your support buys better equipment.
Yeah. And not just that, you get the episodes first.
Yes.
Out of everyone. I usually listen to them there. I don't even listen to them because I have them in my computer.
Oh, you can just upload them from Patreon to Apple Podcasts.
No way.
Yeah. So whenever we air them, they just go straight to your Apple Podcast.
That's so easy.
Instead of waiting for them or going to the Patreon page.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
So yeah,
you also get an email notification saying, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
we got your podcast
I was
fixed."
Worried about, but if I know that now, then that's something I would really consider doing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm very excited. And Jenna, is there anything else?
Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. The craziest thing is with the algorithms on Apple Podcasts, that's the one that really, really matters. You have to both rate 5 stars, please, and review for that to count and kind of raise us to the top of all of the podcasts. Yeah. So it'll raise us to the top. It'll use Apple's algorithm and it'll put us in a better standing so people can actually find us more, which would be wonderful because I know there's people out there that want to listen to this,
Yeah. There's always people that love 90 Day Fiancé.
But you were about to say, explain the review part a little bit more,
well,
right?
Yeah. We recently found out that when you review the podcast, it actually helps the podcast as well. So even if you don't want to write anything on the review, just type in I won my podcast or something like that. You know what I mean? It's something silly. Tell us your favorite color or, your favorite band or even if you don't know what to write, just tell us your favorite thing or anything that is yours that, that we can, because I think it would be funny if 2 episodes or 3 episodes or whenever we read one of those comments, down the line,
Yeah.
we just go, okay, so and so said my favorite band is U2, and like it'll just be way out of context, and it'll just be funny. It'll be really, really funny. I don't know. I think
agree.
I don't know.
I agree. That's a really good idea. So if you're considering it, go to Apple Podcasts while you're listening to this right now and go give us 5 stars if you feel that way, and give us a little review that says like your favorite band or something you're thinking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it would help us so
It
much.
sure would. Now, we haven't figured out sound yet, but once we do, this is going to be a lot of fun. But without a plane right now, we're going to teleport to Nebraska to visit Anna and Mursel. And by the way, babe,
Oh, wait.
7
cut.
hours on the visa. I know I messed it up. Go ahead.
Sorry. One more thing, too. We want to recognize that it has taken us a little while to get this out. Work had to come first for us the past couple of weeks. Miguel was back in Massachusetts doing some work, so we couldn't get it together and record this. But here we are today, back to you with this updated episode.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank
without
you,
further
guys.
ado...
Oh, thank you, Jenna. Thank you very much. Yeah, that needed to be said. Also, another thing that needs to be said. This is Season 7, Episode 13,
Yeah.
Part 1, titled, Can I Get a Witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Anyways, we're teleporting
dinner
right
and a
now.
show.
That's right. It's a hell of a show. Anyways, let's teleport right now. Let's put our fingers to our head and teleport Goku style to Nebraska to visit Anna and Mursel. By the way, Jenna, 7 hours left on the visa.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. That
I
is
know.
a really, really like tough position to be in. And Mursel doesn't look like he shakes his tail, you know, and like
No.
moves it really fast. Actually, neither does Anna for that part.
Right. Now, on top of that, they gotta go pick up Mursel at the airport. And it's funny because, like I said, they have 7 hours, right? But when they pick him up, they have 6 hours left. They was like they were updating us on time.
Yeah.
It was very like on point. So thank you TLC for that. So there's 6 hours left on the visa, and they get Mursel on the way to get Mursel. Anna calls Carol to confirm that she's gonna show up for the wedding, and you know who Carol is, right?
No.
She's the lady that's gonna get them married.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The officiant.
Yes, the officiant. Yes. Why did I forget that name?
That's okay.
So we see little Leo with a water gun next to him, like he's about to do a mafia hit.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. Why do you think he was carrying his his water gun?
I have no idea. I think he's just a kid that likes to be prepared for any moment.
Yeah, you're right. Bringing a super soaker with him everywhere. Classic Leo.
Yeah.
So here's a little thing that Anna says to us in one of our talking heads. She mentions that if Mursel misses connection flights, he will miss the wedding, and he will have to go back to Turkey.
Yeah.
you
There's no
imagine that?
room for error today at all.
Nothing.
It's really stressful.
They have to go.
Yeah.
They have to do it. This is so weird to make eye contact with you. I'm not used to it right now.
We'll get used to it, though.
So at the airport, little Leo is doing a little dance, which I think he's a pretty good dancer, actually.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Yeah. Good
and then,
one.
so they're... I don't know. Cool.
Way to support my point.
Yeah. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
what you said.
Good.
Mhm.
I'm in Mursel mode right now.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see, Anna, Leo, and Gino are all waiting for Mursel to arrive at the airport. And like it is a really stressful moment because they haven't been able to like be in contact with him. He's been in the air. So they're there like, I don't know if he's going to show up.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, Mursel comes out walking with a pout on his face. And then he sees the three of them, and he's happy.
And he smiles. Yeah. He smiles a lot.
So, he must be super stressed, tired, whatever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would be too. I mean, he has to pretty much flew home, stayed there for a couple of days or weeks. I don't remember. And then he had to fly back. And like, I mean, Turkey is not, around the corner from Nebraska. Like,
right.
Turkey is in another continent. So for him to fly out from one continent to the other and take a couple of delays, I mean, not delays, but make connection flights and everything, like it's tiring. It doesn't seem like it, but
It
it's tiring.
sounds like it.
Yeah, because like I remember like when I used to go to Mexico, like even the early 2000s, there was no direct flights. You know, like now you take a flight and you listen to a Joe Rogan podcast and you're in Mexico.
Right.
But there used to be like a time where you had to like do a layover. So you go to like you'll stop in like Georgia or Florida or Texas.
Yeah.
And stay there for like 2 hours, and then you fly like another 4 hours to Mexico City. So like the whole thing would take like 8 to 10 hours.
Right.
So.
Oh God! Thank God for direct flights.
And
nowadays.
it was tiring, even for me when I was like 12, 13 years old. So.
Yeah. And there's
I
like
mean,
so much room for error there. Like you could miss a connection.
You could.
Like something could happen. Who knows?
yeah.
So just on top of that, it sucks.
Very lucky
So,
guy.
Yeah, we definitely feel for Mursel.
The other thing that I was really excited to see was who was Mursel going to come out with.
Oh, I know.
Like the first time he arrived with Omar. I thought, who is he gonna come with? Like Zied?
Uh-huh.
Like is like a Zied version of the actual Zied gonna be there?
Yeah.
Or who is it gonna be, Mursel? But no, like you said, he just came out.
Oh my God!
All
I
by
missed
himself.
Omar. Yeah, to be like, this is Omar.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
weirdest thing.
Okay.
So who is he?
Bye.
And he's like, I met him at the airport. He's like, okay, well, he's not coming home.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mursel.
I'm just like flashing back to that whole scene.
It was
So
a hilarious
ridiculous.
scene. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah. The only thing I compare Mursel to is a gigantic 13-year-old kid.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, he just, like, I feel like when he came out of the plane with his backpack and his face, what do you say he had? Like a pout
Yeah.
in his face.
Like a teenager pout.
A teenager pout and a backpack. I feel like he was missing his Nintendo Switch in his right hand.
Well, that's why he was pouting. It ran out of battery.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just thinking of what you would be mad at.
What? No. But yeah, I would hate that.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're at the airport. They kiss, they hug. They're very excited. Like you said, they're very happy to see each other again. And I mean,
it's against all odds.
Yeah.
Like everything about their union is just against all odds. So of course they're happy to see each other.
I know. I would be too. I was gone for like 2 weeks. I missed you.
That's right. I missed you too.
Oh,
It was a hard 2 weeks.
Let's kiss and hug
No.
like Mursel and Anna.
No thanks. I'm cool.
So then they cut out to little Gino. They ask him, like, how do you feel about Mursel being back? And he says, well, I'm very happy that Mursel is here. And then little Leo cuts him off and he goes, I'm excited about getting cake.
Yeah. I love how he finds the silver lining to every situation. And he interrupts his brother to tell people about it.
And Gino's just like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I want cake. And he's like, all right, well, shut up. I'm doing an interview.
Right.
So, yeah, they interview him. And, they're both very happy for their mom, basically, you know. So then we'll cut to my favorite part, which is when Mursel looks at Anna and they're getting his bags. And he goes, hungry, tired. And Anna's like, Mursel, can't eat. Marriage. Anna, Mursel, yes, no problem. Work, Anna. And that pretty much translates to, we can't eat right now because we're in a very tight schedule. So grab your bags and let's head back to the house because we have a marriage to do.
Emergency marriage situation.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
And very close sources tells us that was actually a true story. How crazy is that?
Yeah, we got it confirmed on great sources that it was totally true.
Legit. Like that's a thing. It's one of those like small loopholes that you don't know exist and you don't know they're there until they happen.
Right.
So
yeah, they just got really, really lucky. And they were really an exception to the rule of
Yeah.
K-1 visas. Normally, if you leave the country on a K-1 visa, you're completely denied. That story of your chapter book is closed.
Yeah.
But they got extremely, extremely lucky.
Very, very lucky. Damn, Mursel.
Yeah. So I'm happy for them. I am. If this is what they want, I'm very happy for them.
Yes. All right. Well, that's Anna and Mursel for part 1. Now, Jenna, hold my hand because we're about to teleport to Colchester, Connecticut.
Okay, don't let me go. I don't want to get caught.
That's the teleporting noise.
I love it. We have all this fancy new equipment and you're
And not
making
sound
mouth noises. But, we get there.
Yeah. So here we are with Tania and Syngin, and they got 12 days to wed.
Yeah. Syngin is super stressed out, just sad and depressed. Those are not the kind of things you want a almost newlywed to be saying.
No, not at all.
That's super sad.
He was very sad. And it was basically just over that one comment that Tania made.
Yeah.
Like, forget about the shed not being completed. Forget about her leaving to Costa Rica and dancing with other dudes at clubs. Forget about all of that. She told him that he wasn't her soulmate.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say forget about all of that because I'm sure it all added up and contributed to how he's feeling. But you're right. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I don't think it was a straw. I think it was a person on that camel's back.
Oh my God.
Because that's a heavy thing to lay
really
on somebody.
Is.
That is
Yeah.
not just a little ding. It's like a...
And to his credit, he really does have a lot of fortitude and a lot of strength to be able to put up with so much up until that point.
Yeah.
And now he's finally just unraveling a little bit. And at least he can admit that how he's feeling. He can fully identify, I'm feeling depressed, sad,
I'm feeling crushed, man.
Yeah, not good. So, I mean, that's definitely something I wouldn't want you saying that. If you were saying those things about our relationship and how I made you feel, I would be so upset.
I mean, I don't think you would tell me that I'm not your soulmate.
I don't
Am I
think
your
so either.
soulmate?
Yeah. I think so.
What do you mean you think so?
I've just never really thought about it before, but yeah.
Are
I
you
think
my
so.
soulmate?
In a weird way, yeah, I think you are. Because, even when we met, remember, there were a couple of circumstances to our meeting where, we thought we would always, end up meeting in some way. Remember, I was dating another guy whose wife was a comedian, and she was, the only other Mexican comedian in the Boston scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I was if I hung around with them enough, I would have, met you eventually.
Yeah, I wasn't, super close with her, but, we do shows together a lot, and we got along fine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we were pals.
Yeah, and then the weird part, so I didn't talk to him anymore because, obviously I met you. Well, actually, I think he dumped me before because he was going through a lot. Yeah, so it was his ex-wife. I don't know if I said that, and he was recently dumped. It was a horrible breakup, and he was just going through his own stuff, and I was okay, whatever, move on. And then of course, years later, we're here, but they moved here before us, a minute before us, so they're both in New York as well.
So what you're saying is I need to date...
Jasmin?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
I thought that's what you said.
That's not what I'm saying.
I
They're
literally
all,
thought that's what you said.
They're all remarried now.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter, babe. Back to 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay, anyway.
So, yes. So, back to the shed. Tania walks in with her brand new pink tank top.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Wait, am I your soulmate?
You're cool. I mean, I don't have whole soulmate feeling
Oh, God.
right now.
I think we're not
feel
soulmate people, but then when asked this question, I feel yeah, you are my soulmate.
I mean, I feel like my soulmate was my first love.
Jeez.
Where's my pink tank top?
Yeah.
I'm a Tania now.
Wow. Yeah, you identify with Tania.
Yeah. So basically, she walked in just to say sorry, and she knows that he's hurt, and her eyes are wide open.
Yeah.
She's on drugs or something. I didn't get it. Dude, why are you eyes? I'm telling you, she's got to be on some sort of medication or something.
I think it's just a genetic trait. I think some people
No,
just look
'cause,
like that.
No, because you see Rohana and you see
The other
her
one?
sister, and
They've got a little poppy eyes.
do they have
they
I
pop
have to
out
pay
a little
attention.
bit.
I don't know if maybe is Tanya's father gene. Do they have different fathers? We'll never find out.
Not sure. I don't think they advertise that.
Okay. But
Not
maybe
sure.
maybe she looks more like her father, because it's
Yeah.
like it happens like that. Some kids look like their dads. Some kids look like their moms.
I look like my dad for sure. Carbon
Yeah.
copy. It's very weird.
I know. Don't tell me that.
Why?
No, because now I'm gonna imagine your dad sitting across from me and doing a podcast with him.
I'm sure he'd be a great time to talk to.
Oh my god, yeah, he'd be great. But anyways, babe, she tells him that she feels better now that she told him that he's not the person who completes her, and he somehow accepts it.
Yeah, it felt good to her to let
And-
him know. God.
And here's my favorite thing: like her whole thing was like, we just needed to clinch onto something. She needed to say something for us to be like, that's it. That's the thing that we're gonna that you're gonna get beat over and over and over with. And it was the soulmate thing.
Oh yeah.
Because she was obviously the shit and everything, and going to Costa Rica like that. Everybody was like attacking her for it. But then once the soulmate thing came out,
Yeah.
the whole fucking world just went crazy.
That's a hard thing to live down, you know? Because like it really does make you wonder, like the words were said, but then like editing comes into it, like, and like, does she deserve that much hate for like her just being like brutally honest, you know? Like, of course, like none of us, like we're not in that relationship. Just playing like devil's advocate here.
Okay.
I know you have to say that first before you go down those rabbit holes, but like, I don't know if she deserves as much hate as she is getting. Like,
I don't know.
We all watch this show to judge, but like, I don't know. I don't think she needs to be like wrung into the ground and like beat repeatedly.
Well, what I didn't get is how she started explaining the whole soulmate thing. She just kept talking about it like, you know what? I don't really know what it is. I don't really. Do we have several soulmates?
Yeah.
Do we have one soulmate?
She was like backpedaling.
I was
sure.
backpedaling. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, you're backpedaling on this, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, that's gonna stick. Like, that's it.
And it's another
not
thing
working.
too, like just to even like backpedal on what I said. Like it's another thing too to just know that maybe you're not soulmates, but you're still like gonna get married. Like that's not like a what do you call it? Like that's not a done deal for a broken deal for most people. Deal breaker. That's not
deal breaker.
That's not a deal breaker for a lot of people. A lot of people
Okay.
don't even like think of like soulmate stuff. You know, that's not like a big part of their relationship.
I don't even think I've ever told anybody they're my soulmates.
I haven't
I
either.
never
It
really
just
thought about it.
It sounds like kind of. I feel like it gets a bad rap. Like it sounds like really cliche and like silly. But yeah, I haven't thought enough about it too. Like I guess like you make my soul very happy. I'll say that. And like I feel like we have like we get each other a lot. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
My Xbox used to make me feel happy.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
your soulmate.
that was my soulmate.
Maybe. So that's what I'm saying. Like, not every marriage or not every relationship has to be a soulmate relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I have a soulmate relationship with friends, you know?
Yeah.
But I think they're just looking at it in a very, like, small, like, minute way, not in, like, all the options kind of way. So I think it's a stupid argument. But I think
but this is the
hurts-
argument that
yeah.
that pretty much
If it hurts
It ended
Syngin,
everything.
then it's a real problem, you know? Because he's very hurt right now.
he was very hurt. I mean,
Yeah, and I
he
don't
was
like
in
to
the
see
shed
that.
reading,
Mm-hmm.
and you start reading books only when you're hurt. It's a fact. It's a scientific fact.
Right. It's like
Um,
one of the only activities that you can do looking sad easily.
Yeah, either that or sit by the window and look outside.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite. Sit by the edge of the bed and look outside the window.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Tania starts saying that, you know, he might not be a soulmate, he might be a soulmate, but this relationship was meant to be.
Their souls were
Because-
meant to find each other.
Right. Because she didn't think it was a coincidence that she found him at a bar, and like how she was like, yo, I need to get back inside that bar. I don't know why, but I need to get back inside.
I want to
Maybe because you
do
were drunk and you wanted to
Yeah.
get shots in that bar.
exactly.
I mean, and it's not rocket science, Tania.
I wanted to do like a fact check on that particular conversation. Why could she not get back in the bar? You know, like was she like rowdy? Was she like too drunk, as you said? Like what made her like not be able to get back?
I mean, the thing is, she got back.
Right.
But she knew she wanted to go back. I'm like, yeah, you probably left your debit card or something.
Maybe.
Like, sometimes things like that happen and you use them as an excuse. Like, I
Yeah.
needed to get back in that bar. It's like, you
Well,
probably
no.
had a reason.
I believe in those kind of things where like life redirects you with like little accidents like that. And you like might have to like go in a cafe again to like, get something or pay for something that you forgot to pay for. But then you like end up talking to someone,
Yeah.
So I believe in that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to like understand like put in my own understanding of it
I
in
can't
context of them.
understand it, babe. I can't understand her behavior.
Yeah.
It just sounds...
I think she's
like
just
bad
very
behavior.
confused. She's not like very clear on what she thinks. And maybe she uses it as an excuse for her bad behavior.
I don't know. But her little speech about how being with Syngin, it was her destiny and all of that, I didn't buy it. It wasn't convincing at all.
Yeah.
It just sounded like backpedaling to me the whole time. It was like, oh, I'm so sorry I hurt you, but now I don't know how to apologize. So here's a little speech saying that how finding you was like the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Like that sounds to me like somebody that fucked up and didn't know how to apologize. Like they have to like lower themselves to be like, all right, no ego aside, I fucked up, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
like,
that's...
she just didn't say it like that. She was like, well, soulmates are not a thing. Maybe, I don't know. I need to get back in the bar. I'm sorry.
So the problem is she keeps her ego alongside the apology.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. And I could see us all like not giving her a break because like we've all been apologized to. We've all had to apologize. Some people are better than others, but like I feel like a like not genuine apology when you see it,
Yeah. And
You
I
can
think
feel
that
it.
wasn't one, so
Yeah.
that's just me.
I know.
So anyways, Syngin just kind of, looks at her and, well, after this, Tania asks him, like, do you still want to marry me? And Syngin is like, oh, yes, I still want to marry you. And I'm like,
I was kind of
Dude.
surprised. Yeah.
dude.
I know.
And then Tania goes, well, I promise you, everything's going to be different. There's no more soulmates in my back pocket. And just that little moment, it just gave me like a little, like, it opened my eyes a little bit.
To what?
To them, to how they are.
Yeah.
And just that little joke, I would have laughed. If somebody made a joke like that, I would have laughed.
If you were Syngin?
If I was Syngin,
Mm-hmm.
I would have just laughed and go, all right,
Yeah.
good one. Let's move on. But he was like, oh, you're joking about it already? She's like, too soon? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I was
really
like, oh, that's a
hurt.
couple without a sense of humor right there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. But they're such like fun, or Syngin especially is like such a fun, like happy-go-lucky kind of person. That's how he seems.
I know. I want to drink with Syngin.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm okay. So, dude's night out.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for some boy talk?
Boy talk.
Uh-huh.
Dude's night out. Syngin, Tom Brooks, and let's see, and I can't bring Robert. He's not fun.
Yeah, Robert
Mike
sucks.
I think no, that's a different night out.
He was bowling.
I think Tom Brooks and Syngin would be good because Syngin is like attractive enough he can get the ladies, and Tom Brooks will talk to them with a British accent,
Shake his hips a bit.
and then he'll take them out to dancing, and then I can dance along with him, and I think we'll all be like the stars of the night, and we can all drink.
That's how I feel about me, Annie, and Anny. I think like we would all kind of like kill it in our
That
own
would
right.
be a good, fun ladies' night out.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think we all like have like very like even keels with each other. You know, like
Yeah.
we're all kind of on the same vibe.
Yeah.
Different, or we all have the same kind of goals.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else on Tania and Syngin?
No, that's it. I mean, so the thing is, they're just got to get married and keep living together, and they're going to work it out from there.
I
Which
guess so.
is-
We'll have to wait for part 2 to find out what happens.
Yeah. I think it's like, it's brave in a way, but it's like also irresponsible because they're just going to kind of like grin and bear it until it gets better. And like that could be good for them in the long run. Irresponsible in the fact that like maybe it's time to call it quits. Maybe this just, you know, it's a good time to say like, no, never mind. Let's just like move on and start over with other people or by ourselves. So it's a tough decision.
And we will see what happens.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, let's forget about this. Let's talk about something happy. So let's teleport all the way from Colchester, Connecticut to L.A. And
Wow.
the teleportation is over. We are here. We're in LA, babe.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah. How do you
gosh.
like it?
It's nice and sunny here.
Nice and sunny. Blake and Jasmin, everybody. And it is wedding day. Wedding day.
And Jasmin has only seen weddings on TV. She's never actually been to a wedding until her own wedding, which I feel like I've only heard people say in the context of having babies. And as far as like life achievements go, like people have said like, oh, I've never even changed a diaper. I've never even held a baby. But I don't think I've ever heard anyone say I've never been to a wedding.
Yeah, that one's a crazy one.
Yeah.
I never in my life heard that either. I never heard anybody say, yeah, I've never been to a wedding.
Not even seen one
Not
like
even
walking by in a park or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't check out.
Yeah.
So Blake said, like, it's so crazy. I didn't even know if she was real online, and now we're getting married. And I wanted to know, did you think I was real online? We met online on an app called Bumble.
Yeah. And then when I met you, I was like, well, this is false advertisement.
Oh, rude.
What is this? Who is this lady here?
Might have used some pictures when I was maybe a couple years younger.
You were, yeah. I was like, oh my God, yeah, no, she's very pretty.
Also, Miguel is like being a little bit too intense about this, but he just loves to drag me about it. I think I was like 10 pounds heavier. That's like really what you're pointing out.
I had all my recent pictures up there.
No, there were some ones where you looked a lot like younger.
I look younger right now.
Do you?
All I have to do is shave and cut my hair, and I look like I'm 23.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'll go to Birch
Oh,
and
you do?
Birch dance, yeah. I'll prove it, babe. I'll prove it. I'll wait for the weekend, and I'll prove it.
Oh, man.
No. So, no, I thought you were real.
Mhm.
I mean, I knew. I talked to you, and
I don't give off that like fake Instagram vibe.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Yeah.
But then when I met you, we hit it off, and it was really, really nice.
Very nice.
It was very soulmate-like.
Mm-hmm. High five. Good one.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, Blake, we are still wondering if she's real.
We don't know. She could
just
be
to close
a
that segment.
simulation. I'm not sure.
So anyways,
I thought it was really... So Blake got some flowers for Jasmin so she can hold them like a bouquet. And I thought it was really sweet that he's teaching his alien girlfriend about holding flowers in weddings.
yes. Yeah, no, it was really nice. The roses, what were they, red roses?
I think they were white roses.
Oh, I didn't even notice what
Yeah.
kind of color it was. But I remember him just being in the sink and taking all the
thorns
out.
off. Yeah.
Just really nice.
Yeah, just like making it more comfortable to hold.
And I gotta
It's
tell
so
you
sweet.
this.
He works so hard in this relationship.
He really did
He
the whole
does
time.
the most.
I think I think there's always one couple that does more. In
One
our
person.
case, it's like it goes in like cycles. Like
Yeah.
I do more, then you do more, then I do more again, and then you do more again. So it's never like the same,
Yeah, which is good. That's like healthy balance.
isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, what are you like what are you like
It's
a therapist
your
now?
turn. It's your turn next. You get to do less next.
I ain't got to do. Oh yeah, it really does. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. But just to go back to this, I gotta say, I think Blake and Jasmin they're really in love.
Mm-hmm.
Their storyline, I feel like it make them look a little weak on screen.
Yeah.
Because on their Instagram, they got a little too cocky, saying that they were going to be like TLC's like most exciting couple, and like how everybody was waiting for them, and TLC was like, fucking take a pill. Like, fucking relax. Take a fucking chill pill.
Yeah. I was going to say which pill.
Which pill? Yeah. A chill pill. So they were like, yeah, just calm down, relax. You're not the most exciting couple. And like they made him seem kind of boring in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
They did.
So I mean,
They don't have much like life or chutzpah to them, you know?
No, but I feel like there's like very little moments like when Jasmin talks to the camera saying like, oh, I've never been to a wedding before, or when she like talks to Blake. Like there's moments where you see them like they have a really good connection.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're really in love.
Yeah. Few and far in between, but they're there.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more than that. They
Mhm.
just got the ones that are shitty.
Oh, I see.
So to make them look boring on the show. Because they said that they were going to be the most exciting couple.
Yeah.
So, because they even pushed them back.
Mhm.
They were supposed to be like on the first episode too.
Yeah.
And I guess they pushed them back to like the fourth episode.
And you
something
gotta
like that.
wonder about that.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like it got something to do with it. But
Mhm.
I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah.
So anyways, they get
Interesting.
ready to head out.
Mhm.
What?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I like conspiracy theories. So there's mine. So they get ready to head out, and they ask them about their perfect weddings.
Mhm.
And Jasmin says that her perfect wedding involves her and maybe Blake
Mhm.
outside of a bedroom,
Oh my gosh.
and her sister Janet in the room.
She just reminds me of one of those girls that like gets a boyfriend and disappears and you never see her again. Like you never
Oh my god.
No, not in that kind of way. Like in like her friends never see her again.
Yeah.
She like is not friends with anyone anymore. Her boyfriend is just that
okay.
sounded really bad. Like a murder
No, I was gonna
story.
say I had
but-
a girlfriend like that.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, I dated this girl in high school.
Uh-huh.
I was a junior. She was a freshman, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Really young?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, she was like younger, I guess. But we dated for about a month.
Mhm.
I asked her out in school, and it was like winter break after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we came back from winter break, we kind of saw each other in like the same class. We had one class together, and like it was cool and everything. I think we kissed once during lunch, and then she had to go away on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see her for the whole winter break. And then when we go back, I saw her for like a day or two. We gave each other one kiss. And then she took off on vacation with her family for like 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
I didn't see her. We didn't really talk on the phone. And then the relationship just kind of like
Fizzled.
disappeared.
Oh.
And one day my friend Nicole called me and she's like, so what's going on with you and Kristen? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, oh, you know what? She's calling me right now. And Kristen is like, yeah, so I think we should be friends. I'm like, yeah, I guess. So then I called my friend Brandon, and I was like, Brandon, Kristen just broke up with me. He goes, oh, man, that sucks, dude. I'm like, yeah. Like, you want to go for a walk? He goes, yeah. And we just went for a walk.
Uh-huh.
And that was it.
That's the whole story?
That's the whole story. She
Okay.
disappeared. I mean,
Yeah.
she just did. Basically,
Maybe
she disappeared one
You were
day.
like one of the first like ghosted people. I mean, not the first, but
in
like
my
she
day,
ghosted
people
you.
ghosted you in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could see that happening. And like
Yeah.
maybe after they get the visa that'll happen to Blake. Who
Yeah.
knows? Who's to say?
Oh,
But no, she reminds me of like
Yeah.
one of these people, like you're friends with her, like best girlfriends or whatever, and then she finds a boyfriend and just like leaves, You can never see her again.
yeah. No, I can totally see that.
Ooh. Yeah, she's so antisocial. She's like antisocial behavioral
She really
behaviors.
does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
No.
Because even like at her wedding, like I get having a small wedding that like makes a lot of sense for a lot of people, especially if you're not like a big like pomp and circumstance person, which she is not, nor am I. But at that point where it's just like her, Blake, and like maybe her sister, like that's
Yeah.
a small guest list,
I mean, what she really said was that she wanted just her and Blake.
right?
I just added the Blake being outside of the bedroom and the
Yeah.
Janet in the bedroom.
Right.
But yeah, that's what she wanted. What Blake wanted was to have a huge blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of her friends and everything. But
yeah,
like,
he's
it
super
didn't happen.
social. He's like the exact opposite.
He
of her.
is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, they get on an Uber and they head over to the park. That has a
Yeah.
lot of meaning to Blake.
She's wearing a very like skin tight bandage dress for her wedding. Also, not a typical wedding dress, but good for her.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I love Blake's group.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they get there to the park, especially the white guy with the cornrows.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite.
He's like talking like James Franco in that movie.
From Spring Breakers.
Yeah. Or what's the other guy? The guy that goes, I just want to get rich and then act like I don't know
Oh yeah,
nobody.
that rapper. I can't remember his name. He was just a white rapper that I found hilarious. And I used to send Miguel videos of him.
So that's what he looked like, and then all of his friends that were just like hanging out and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and they started like getting organized for the wedding. Like there was a place for people to sit. There was a officiant like waiting. I don't know if there was. Am I imagining one of those like trellises?
I think
with
you
the flower?
might be.
Okay, yeah, I don't think they
but
had
I can
that.
see it too, which is weird.
Yeah, I think we're just filling in the pieces. But anyway, so they were like getting ready for all of that, and I noticed they didn't even have like sound on an iPhone. You know, for like the music that you're supposed to walk
I think
down.
it was. I think somebody
did?
had a one of those Beats speaker.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But you're missing a very important point right now.
I am.
Yes, Blake's mom,
Oh yeah,
Karlene.
she's still on the red flag.
Yes, she somehow they do like a little talking head with her, and she's like, "Yes, I'm very happy for Blake and Jasmin. I think they're wonderful." But Jasmin still doesn't want to get a job, and that's essential. And she just goes back into the hole. She needs to get a job.
She should be a
thing.
politician. Like no one like pivots conversations like Karlene.
Yes, they're like, "So how do you feel about the wedding? Are you happy?" She's like, "I'm very happy." Also, she needs to get a job. Whoa, what? Where'd that come from, Karlene? But she did it. She said it, and it was funny.
Yeah. The funniest part for me was that Blake thinks that this is an achievement versus, and he's like really happy about it and like looking at Jasmin, looking at all of his friends and family and everything. When I'm watching Jasmin walk down the aisle, she literally has her eyes closed. Like, I can't see what's happening to me in order to survive it, you know?
Maybe she closed her eyes and she was just thinking, green card, life with Janet.
Yeah.
Green card, life with Janet. Green card, life with Janet.
Right. Infrequent Instagram posts that'll fund my life.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Jasmin does look great.
Mm-hmm.
She looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love that cocktail dress she was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
She looked great in it.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looked really nice.
She really did.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, at the altar, they exchange vows and they kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It's pretty anticlimactic.
yeah, I guess.
Mhm.
But I was just going to say congratulations, guys. You guys
Yeah,
did it. You're
they did
married. You crossed that finish line.
Mm-hmm.
The first one to do it was obviously MiKol and Juliana
Mm-hmm.
on like that beautiful, perfect wedding. And the second one was... Holy shit, who was the second one?
Oh, Anny and Robert? Were they the
no,
second one?
they're not. They're no.
Was it?
I think they're the second one. I think Blake and Jasmin came in second.
Oh, you think so? Wow.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, you must be right. It's definitely not Angie and MiKol. Definitely not Mike and Natalie. So all that's left is Syngin and Tania and
Wow, so
whoever.
congratulations, Blake
Yeah.
and Jasmin. You came in second place.
Second place.
Good for you guys. Good for you. So, anyways, after the wedding,
Blake was crying, and the what is it called? The producers pointed that out, and they asked Jasmin what she thought about it, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't even notice," even though she was like staring right across from him.
well, she had her eyes closed.
Right.
But he was also like, "Oh, so you were crying?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Good."
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
"Well, I don't know if that's good.
Right.
I don't know if that's necessarily good."
She's like so out of touch with human emotions that she just says like whatever.
It is also her wedding, so I can imagine it's her first wedding. She's
Yeah.
in the park, so she's probably like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" So I get it, Jasmin. I get
She's
it.
a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, a little bit. So I get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fair.
Yeah, but
So-
you know who really changed their mind about this
Who
whole thing?
changed their mind about this whole thing?
Rita,
What?
the most outspoken friend.
What?
Yeah. She saw a shred of connection between Blake and Jasmin. I don't know what she saw.
A
She didn't
shred.
elaborate. Were those my words or her words? I don't
I think
remember.
it might have been your words.
Okay.
But I think that's what she meant.
Yeah, that's what she was explaining in her talking head. And I was like, okay, I wish you would have said what it was.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after that, everybody, folds their chair and are ready to go home with their own chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole family's happy. Really,
Yeah.
they're all happy. I'm happy. Are you happy?
I'm happy. Yeah, good for them.
All right, I guess we're all happy.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Jasmin and Blake, on being number 2, getting the silver medal of marriage and 90 Day Fiancé.
Season 7.
Season 7. All right, babe. So are you good with this?
Yeah, we gotta go report on other weddings.
That's right. So hold on to my arm. We're going to teleport all the way to Winter Park, Florida. Beep, 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 boom. And we are here. We're in Winter Park, Florida. And it is wedding day for Robert and Anny. Anny arrives to get ready with Noami. She's helping her out looking like a princess.
That's nice.
Which is really nice, yeah.
I love that Anny said, only Robert's family can come, and I don't like most of those people. That really made me laugh.
I know, I really like that.
Yeah.
It was just perfect. It was like the perfect rhythm and the perfect timing.
Right.
I don't like any of those people. That's perfect. And but yeah, it was so cool because she's like getting her little she's drinking champagne, she's getting her wedding, trying on the makeup on and everything, and she's looking really, really pretty.
It's so true.
So then we cut back to Robert. And Robert is getting ready as well. And by the way, when he took his hair out, he looked like Bone Crusher, the rapper, which I showed you a picture of.
Was he a rapper or a wrestler?
Bone Crusher, he was a rapper, babe.
Oh,
so I'm
you didn't
outside
clarify.
of the club, and you think I'm a punk.
I don't know it.
No?
I don't think so.
I told him, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. No?
Wow.
Nothing?
No. It doesn't ring a bell.
And you call yourself a 2000s child?
I know. I must have missed that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, he's out there getting his nails did, his hair did, everything did. And he even admits that he's still a little bit nervous. So, anyways, while he's getting ready and everything, Bryson put on his little suit. And he looks fly.
He looks so cute.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. And Robert reminds us that he's had 5 children by 4 different women, but he's never been married. So that's why he's getting nervous.
Oh,
it's
right.
The first time.
Yeah, this is the first marriage.
Yeah.
This is the first time that he's actually made it official. You're right.
And he only has 1 kid there, which is surprising.
As of right now.
Yeah.
As of right now.
That's all we know.
Yeah, so they both dress up and head over to the wedding chapel.
Right.
And Robert's cousin picked them up. And on the way there, Robert's freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, "What time is it? My hand's so sweaty. How long is the ride? What kind of lotion did you use?" And his cousin is like, "'Cause you got a bubble gut.
And watery hands.
So coming next." So, yeah, he's like nervous. He's shaking. He's very anxious. And, you know, and then he has his cousins like, "Cuz, what if I ask you to turn around? What would you say?" And his cousin is like, "I would ask you, is that what you want?" And I was like, oh, man, poor Robert. He is nervous.
So nervous. There's a long pause after that. We didn't hear Robert's reply.
No, nothing.
And also, I'd like to point out, too, so we saw Bryson looking cute in his little red tux. And then we saw Robert had just a bigger version of that tux. And then when he got in the car with the rest of his family, his cousin and his wife and everything, they were also wearing red and black.
What?
Yeah. So it's like a coordinated affair.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's like a red and black wedding. I like it.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
So on top of that, like there's color, there's nervousness, there's watery hands, and a bubble gut.
A bubble gut, bubble gut.
What
bubble
is a
gut,
bubble gut?
bubble gut. I think he means like
Nervous
like
stomach?
you get like bubbles like blah blah blah
Yeah.
like in your stomach, and like it's like butterflies almost.
Yeah.
But that's funny.
I know. It made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it for them. Then they're
Yes.
heading to the venue. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens next. All right, babe, hold on to my arm. We're gonna head over to Washington right now.
Thank you.
Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. And we have arrived. Thank you, the teleporting device. You're the best. And actually, we use the same one that Mike uses when he talks to aliens. So, because we're here to talk to Mike and Natalie.
Oh wow!
Mostly
oh my
Mike.
gosh!
Yes.
Yeah.
So
This
Mike,
is a tough one.
Yeah,
At
this
this
one was
point, we
tough.
don't know what's happening with their relationship.
not anymore.
Her citizenship status is still unclassified. Mike is still pissed, and they have been apart. She's still in Ukraine. He's still in Washington.
Right. So he's a little unsure of what's going on, so he decides to call Natasha. She answers surprisingly, and I gotta say, she looks like she's about to do a like backup dancing for a 1997 Spice Girls music video.
Yeah,
Like,
she looks like an early aughts middle schooler.
like what is going on over there,
I don't
Natasha?
know. I mean, the 90s are back, but
Yeah.
I didn't know they were alive and well in the Ukraine as well.
Heck yeah, they are. So they talk for a bit, and Natalie, I gotta say, she looks a little crazier. A little crazier than
nuts.
before.
She's the same eye-popping.
Yes. And she pretty much treats him like shit this whole time.
She really does. It's an abusive conversation. She says, like, do you still love me? No. Do you love me? No, you answer first. You tell me. It was insane.
Yeah.
I would feel so trapped in a conversation like that.
He's like, I just want to talk. Because I don't feel like when I left, we left in good terms. And she's like, well, talk. Talk. And he's like, well, okay. Well, I love you. She's like, do you love me, love? Or something like that. I don't know. Paraphrasing.
And this is like, just thinking back too, like I felt so much more sure about their whole relationship because like they knew each other in person. They had like a family connection, family or friend connection with them. Like, you know, they invested so much money into it. It just seemed like a much more of a sure thing than some other relationships.
Yeah.
But it really surprised us. It's like definitely a hostile relationship at that point.
Yeah, and she started behaving like a child again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when she started asking, like, I don't remember how the whole conversation went, but she was like, you know, I remember what you did, Michael. Remember what you did.
Right.
And Michael's like, what? Fucking show up at your house and
hang out with your mom?
hang out with you and your mom? She's like accusing Mike of something. Like, he did something.
And I don't know if it's an actual thing or if it's like something that she's making up to like continue the argument, you know?
I think it
like,
might be.
Is it pretend? I don't know. I don't
know either.
I guess we'll learn at the tell-all.
Yeah, but she claims that she has her views and he has his views.
Yeah.
Which I was like, well, where does that fit into all of this?
I know. It was
I have no
very
idea.
weird.
Like,
and
what?
she also said, that's the difference between you and me. I admit when I'm wrong.
What?
That's like not her at all. I think we can all confirm that that's not true.
Yeah.
From what we've seen.
And then she tops it off by saying, I can't go to America with a man I do not trust.
Right.
And do sport.
Yeah. I think there's a couple other reasons why she can't go to America.
Yeah.
It's rough. It really is rough. And it seems to be so draining for Mike.
Oh,
I'm like, hang
big
up,
time.
Mike. Like, just hang up.
Just hang in. Yeah, seriously. Just hit the little red button.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I don't know what's going through her head.
I have no idea.
I think
either,
that's
babe.
what Mike said too. Like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
He
Even the
doesn't get
producers asked him, like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I feel like maybe she's like in the middle of like some kind of breakdown or something.
Yeah.
You know, where like things aren't making sense anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, either way, Mike is done, and he closes out his segment by saying, I really don't care, bro.
Mm-hmm. To the producer.
To the producer,
Yeah.
so.
He's like, this is a bleep, 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 bloop, bloop, bloop relationship.
Yeah.
Those were swear words.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes-a-roo.
Yikes-a-roo indeed. All right, baby. Hold onto my arm. Hold on tight, because we are traveling across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
We are going from Washington to Lagos, Nigeria. So let's teleport there. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. And we have arrived in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you, teleporter. And we're here to see Angela and Michael. Meemaw and MiKol are in downtown Lagos.
Angie doesn't like the downtown area.
She doesn't at all.
Yeah.
But I love that they went to the Getting Married in Nigeria just for Michael store. And they came in, they sit down, and then, you know, was it the officiant? What was he?
He was a
don't really know.
registrar. So
Okay.
he was like part of the registry of marriages in Nigeria, like the government part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he's basically just explaining to Angie that they're not getting married today. That they're just there
It's
to
just
register.
a meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a meeting formality, register, and then, you know.
And she said, I've opened my mind to listening instead of talking. And I think that's like leaps and bounds because like she's normally a talker. She
Yeah.
like will yell and like break someone down in order to get what she wants. But
Do you think that our little Angie is growing up?
I think so.
Because remember at the family dinner, they came at her about this whole wedding thing, and she was like, "I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just
Right.
gonna listen."
Yeah.
You know, and she respects Meemaw. I mean, the grand Meemaw,
Uh-huh.
Michael's mom.
Yambo.
Michael's Meemaw. Yambo, yeah.
Mm.
So it's like, is she changing?
I think she might be. And I think it's the culture in Nigeria on how there's like a hierarchy and like you really have to like respect your elders and everything. Like I feel like that context has like really helped her.
Yeah. I'm very. I mean, I'm not. I'm shocked by that, but it's not far from Angie. Like I feel like that's her, anyways. So I'm not that surprised, but I am surprised at the same time because it's Angie.
Yeah.
She's kind of like a rowdy woman,
really rowdy.
and then to see her just get like, now she's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
It
she's
seems like
chill.
she's kind of like figured out like what kind of behaviors are like going to help her versus hurt her, and she's like using those helping ones more.
Yeah.
But it's just a good reminder to everyone watching, like that is the best way to live. You know, listen more than you talk.
Listen more
you
than you
learn
talk.
a lot more than you do.
Angie out here just dropping gems of
I know.
knowledge.
It's
I love
true. It really is true.
Yes. So they sit down, they talk for a little bit, they go over a couple of things, and then the registrar. I don't know what his official title was, but he basically tells Angie that Mary and MiKol, in Nigeria, stands a better chance of bringing MiKol to the States. So Angie, obviously, after she heard that, she's like, "That's all I needed to hear. That's what we're gonna do. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's register."
Yeah. It just seemed to make sense for them. And she said maybe they'll get married the next time she comes to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now that they've like gone through the first initial steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It really bothers me that these two are in love. I mean, that part doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that they're going through so much.
Yeah.
They're having a real tough time.
They really are.
And they're the ones that have been fighting the most. You know, like they've been
the most ridiculous fights. Too.
Yeah.
Like cake in the face fights.
Cake in the face.
Attacking his friends
Attacking
fights.
the friends. Everything. Even this. Like, even when she fucking tried to take on the government at the embassy in Lagos.
Right.
She went in there and respectfully raised hell.
Right. I love that terminology.
She's been fighting and she keeps going. This lady won't give up.
Yeah.
I
She's
fucking
a fighter.
admire her.
Me too.
I
really
love
do.
Angie.
Yeah, she's definitely like, this has like shown such a different side of her. Where you get to see like the behaviors that we were like, oh my God, that's intense. Like in this context, like they're actually really helping her. Because she has like so much resiliency to like get this to happen.
Yeah. After that, after obviously the good news, they tell her this is the best way for him to go to the States. Angie goes, "That's great. I love it." And then they said, "Well, not so fast. Don't get excited too fast because now you need somebody from your family, from the States, to come here and be a witness at the wedding."
And that's tricky for her.
And I was like, "Oh shit!" And even Angie was like, "Oh fuck! Like nobody. This is an expensive trip. Nobody's gonna want to do it." Well, I gotta say, with the help of our Patreons and our sponsors, Angie, I will do it.
Oh my God, you're
I
nominating
will travel.
yourself.
Yes, I will travel to Lagos, Nigeria, and help you bring MiKol to the United States of America.
Yeah.
It is my tax-paying right to tote my ass there and be your witness. I don't care if I get bombarded or if I have to fight Donald Trump. I will be there for you, Angie.
Sweet.
Queen of the South. I lend you my sword. Is that how to get knighted?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure that worked.
Yeah. So, do you have anything else on MiKol and Angie?
That's it for me. I'm just
I
excited
missed the
about next
special
steps.
effects. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know. It's a bummer.
I'm sorry. What were you
I
saying?
missed the horn.
I know. Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel bad for this too, because, like, you know, they were really nice.
Sure
and they're in
nice,
love.
Yeah. I know. They
and
should be together.
They should be together.
Yeah.
Michael should be in Hazelhurst, Georgia right now.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
I wish he would be.
Going to the local Walmart.
Yeah,
talking
picking
to
out
me,
jams
hanging
and
out with
jellies.
me.
Why not?
Going to clubs with me.
Oh, God. No, don't go to clubs. He'll get in
Yeah.
trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Angie will not like that.
We'll go to an old dudes club.
Okay.
Dudes night out.
All right.
Anyways. So you got nothing else on them?
Nothing.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, well, let's teleport. Get into the teleporter machine, babe. We are teleporting
stepping.
all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut. And how do we know it's Greenwich, Connecticut, babe?
Because there are Bentleys everywhere.
Everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, Michael and Juliana, why are they here? They are the one.
Yeah. They won 90 Day Fiancé Season 7. Good for them. And they're here because it's 1 week since their wedding.
Yes. And we find out that they went trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah asked Sissy, what did Juliana wear? And she said, well, she dressed as a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael goes, a sexy zombie.
Yeah. But kind of hot.
That's a horn
funny.
moment right there.
That's so fun that they all do that together.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is really cool, by the way.
Yeah. And Michael and Sarah were just talking. I think Michael went over to Sarah's house to kind of like, organize everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking and they were saying it was such a weird coincidence that it rained both before and after their marriage, Michael and Sarah, and also Michael and Juliana's wedding, too. That is a weird coincidence.
Yeah, that is a very weird coincidence. But it happened, and I mean, both weddings, I guess, were good. I mean, we saw one, and that one was perfect, I thought. Mm-hmm. So, beautiful tent. Remember that tent?
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I love a see-through tent.
Yeah, it was really nice. So, anyways, Sarah brings up the pre-nush thing again.
Yeah.
And Michael tells her that he decided not to do it because it was pointless, and it just made everybody cry and it made everybody sad, so...
It was a really bad experience, and he doesn't want to live his life by contracts because he believes in love. Yeah. And I get that. That's definitely
get that too.
one
That's
perspective when it comes to prenups. It's not right for everyone. It really isn't.
Yeah, and I mean, Sarah's she seemed a little concerned, but honestly, I feel like Michael's a good guy, and he will always take care of his family.
Right.
And he'll take care of all the people around him. So, I mean... The prenup thing is just, stupid. Yeah. And I'm glad he didn't do it. Yeah. I was against it at first, but now I'm like, all right, God damn it.
Right. It really is. It's, such a personal thing. And, to have that all out on TV, that must have, really sucked. You know? Yeah. Because, I've seen prenups, work for some people and, be really important for some people, especially when you have, huge families where you're trying to protect, the bulk of the, multi-generations and, multi-levels to the family. But it's, just not right for everyone. So, good for them for figuring it out that wasn't right for them.
Yeah. Also, it's called a prenush.
Right. A prenush. Sorry, excuse me.
What is wrong with it here? What's happening here?
I know, I'm embarrassed. I can't get
we're
it right.
We're getting a prenush. Yeah. We are. It says you cannot, by any, means... touch my video games. Okay. You cannot come closer to them, and you do not own them. Jenna's doesn't control my video games.
Yeah. As long as they're cleaned and organized, we agree.
It's part of the prenush agreement.
That can be part of the prenush agreement.
It is not.
I'm putting in an addendum. I'm writing something in there.
We're not adding anything. So, sorry.
My lawyer will be calling you about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my lawyer. My lawyer is David, actually.
Oh wow!
From Anny and David.
Very nice.
Yeah, he'll talk.
Are you going to go to their storage facility, or are you going to come to our storage facility?
I have to go through their Cameo first.
Right.
He'll defend me there.
Okay.
For $30. So.
That's your law appointment.
That's my law. Yeah. That's where I find my lawyers on Cameo. All right, funny. So I think that's it for part 1. We're going to head out. We're going to get this thing edited and out to you guys as soon as possible. Please remember to follow us on Instagram at 90df_I Want My Podcast, on Facebook at 90Day Fiance, I Want My Podcast, and, of course, join us on Patreon.
And don't forget, go to your phone right now, go to Apple Podcast, and rate and review us. That would just mean so much, especially now that I've learned about the whole algorithm thing. Rate and review. That's what matters.
Yes. And before we go, we're going to read one comment, one review.
Oh, good.
Yes, it's been
Speaking
too
of
long,
reviews.
so we're going to read one review. If you give me a second, I'll find one. I want to go early with this one.
Okay.
Okay, here's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This one is from August 28th, 2019. The person that commented was Angie's Place 007.
Mm-hmm.
And the title reads, Miguel, ? And then she rated 1 star.
Whoa.
And then she says, Miguel is responsible for your low ratings.
Oh, my God.
I attract low ratings, I guess.
No.
Yeah, we checked last week on the radio station. We got the lowest ratings in the whole place. She said, such a good show, but his irresponsible comments towards the LGBT shows more ignorance than comedy IQ.
Why did she forget the Q?
Oh, that's
LGBTQ.
right. Oh, you are forgetful. What, does the Q mean nothing to you, Angie's Place 007? What is wrong with you forgetting about the Q? I was going to mention it, but I was just reading it.
Yeah.
But when I say it, I normally say LGBTQ.
Yeah. And then I think there's like a TIA after that.
And then I say TIA after that, too. So hopefully me mentioning all of those letters will bring the ratings up. You know, it used to be like I love it because like we're like competing right now with Howard Stern. We almost like the same ratings. Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you
Well,
talking
she's talking about ratings like it's like a radio show. Like it's just a
Yeah.
podcast. But I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this. This is I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that somebody would say that, considering the fact that I have a brunch squad.
Right. With a drag brunch.
With a drag brunch squad,
Yeah.
and somehow.
Well, the only thing I can think is like, I don't know, maybe we said something off the cuff that didn't like include every color in the rainbow, or you know, that's like too on the nose of a
We're talking about the color brown.
no, like too on the nose for a reference like this. But you know what, like sometimes you just forget a piece of the puzzle and in a comment that you say, and you're like, oh shit, why didn't I say that piece of the puzzle? Like I know that piece of the puzzle, you know. So it might be a comment that was in a vacuum for that moment, you know.
It's funny because it makes me sound like I work for like Fox or something. Like
Yeah.
like I'm Rush Limbaugh. I'm out here going, there's gays, everybody. Like
Yeah, you're
like
right.
in reality, I don't even know what I probably triggered this, but
Yeah,
it's
it could've
just
been
funny to
anything.
think what there's like. I imagine them writing this comment like this guy's a fucking asshole and I hate him and his views on the LGBTQ community, like they're so negative. I hate him, and I don't know. It's just
Silver
funny.
lining, though, it's nice that people are taking us seriously enough to write a
Oh, yeah.
professional level comment. You
Yeah,
know?
please do not take
That's
us seriously.
cool.
But seriously, though, rate and review.
Yeah.
That
Let
is
this be a
important.
reminder for everyone
Yes.
to rate and review.
Rate and review. They're funny. They're fun. We have fun with them. You know, like obviously this person doesn't agree with it, but it's whatever. You know, you're not gonna please everybody. You know, for every 1 star, we have like 5 people that do 5 stars. So
Right.
I mean, you take the good and the bad, and it's
Yeah.
mostly good. So
And yeah, you might like us some episodes, you might not like us a couple episodes. You know?
Yeah.
So we're just level-headed people. We're just honest, like truthful people. We're doing the best that we can. We don't always do great all the time, but you know, we're trying, and I think that's why people connect with us in general. So yeah, no perfectionists here. We're just doing it as we can by the seat of our pants. No master plan.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes. And thank you in advance for your rate and review.
Yes, thank you so much, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Kata kekisi yo, si